Right, so today's video we're going to do the start of something I've been talking about for ages, essentially. This is Lunch with Luke. This is a new video series idea thing that I wanted to, start up as just a chance for me to take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour to just ramble about stuff, So I'm going to be eating some lunch and talking about a topic. Today's topic, I'm going to be doing a year in review. I'm going to be talking about stuff that's happened this year and why this year has been absolutely abysmal and one of the worst years I've had, not only on the channel. It's only my second year and I'm saying it's my worst, but I'm also going to be talking about why this has been my worst year just in general, like outside of YouTube and everything, because this year's been pretty terrible. I think we can all agree that this year's been pretty bad. In starting off at the start of the year, I was in a very good place. The YouTube channel started picking up. We're at 130 subscribers at the start of the year, and now we're at 723. That's mind blowing. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I have a Twitch. I've got 3 followers on Twitch. If you're interested in seeing more stuff like this, where I'm more rambly, and seeing my live comic reviews and everything, go over to my Twitch, hit me a follow, subscribe if you want. Yeah, I'm just using that as kind of a platform to make a bit more money, because YouTube isn't going to be financially viable going forward for me. I don't see myself growing to the point where I'm going to be making a sustainable income from solely YouTube, hence why I have the Patreon, hence why I have the Twitch, hence why I have other stuff which I can grow as well as this. If this does get big enough where I can solely depend on this, I'll still be doing the Twitch and still have the Patreon for other things, so kind of for the people who want to support even more than just watching the content, because I feel like just having one thing to focus on isn't really enough. I want to have my brain focusing on all these other different things. It's really weird. I have a really weird mindset when it comes to that. Also, the whole Copa situation. It's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. It's certainly not something that should be ignored. Not something that you should not do anything about. But it's not going to detrimentally change YouTube for the worse. Their latest thing may very well do that. The whole way they're going to be tackling cyberbullying on YouTube, that might change the platform for the worse, massively. You can't have a bot system determine what's bullying and what's not. In school, for example, they don't have just one person that determines, oh, that's bullying, and that person will be the most out of touch person in the world. and essentially the entirety of YouTube just went, yeah, okay, boomer, to like the entire YouTube team when this happened. It's not going to change anything. They're still going to enforce it. And the scariest thing about this is that they are enforcing it. The whole demonetization thing didn't really affect anyone, not to like a like degree that we saw people leaving the platform because of it. This may make people leave the platform, and to the point where the only people left are Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. Like, but them two, most talk show hosts, express their opinion on topics. That's what the whole opening monologue is about. It's about opinion pieces, essentially. And somehow that is okay, but when a independent creator that doesn't have a team behind them, that doesn't have the money behind them, when they talk about someone else in a satirical fashion, it's bullying. So like, the content cop against Leafy was apparently bullying. And now is off the platform. Why? Why is that the case? But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's quite recent stuff. That's all to do with YouTube. January to like mid-August was fine. Was fine for me. I'd found some great creators. I managed to get a shout out from someone that I really like and respect. I included that in the video. Didn't really do much to help my channel, but it did like warm my heart. Just like the fact that this person took the time out of their very busy live stream to notice my comment and to make a song about like rhyming stuff with my name. That's quite like humbling thing that's happened to me this year. The amazing growth of the sub count. Hopefully that continues to grow into the new year. The amazing support that I've had from my various new videos that new videos and new series that I've brought out. Like those like every single comment I read. A lot of the comments that I get are just people saying hi, which I am okay with. It doesn't really help when the thing is I have a comment reading series that I do, and when half of the comments are just hi or hi I'm from Omegle, that's not really great content. But I appreciate that people are engaging. There's been a lot of comments that I've gotten that have told me that I make them feel happy. That is amazing. That is what this is all about for me. I'm happy that the people watching are happy. That's all I care about. All I care about is entertainment. A YouTuber can say that they don't care about money. The truth is that they do. It's their job. Like, would someone say they work in Aldi and they don't work in Aldi for the money? They work in Aldi for the customers. Like, at the end of the day, it's how they make their living, and you make your living entertaining people, then I feel like that's a bonus for me. Yeah, these are not good. But I want to go into the kind of topic which I kind of wanted to base this whole video around. This whole like ramble session around mid-August. Mid-August, essentially what I'm going to talk about is basically kind of the storyline of a soap. The storyline of a soap opera. So, mid-August, my sister has this friend. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want the drama. Sister has this friend. She is having trouble at home. Comes to stay with us for a couple weeks. Brings her boyfriend. And he starts saying all these things like, yeah, if you allow me to stay here, then I'll help with the shed, I'll help with the fridge, I'll help with sorting out the garden, I'll help with all this stuff. And we take that as, yeah, sure, sure, that's fine. You can stay. And within like the first week, this guy is essentially like, right, I don't have a job. I got sacked. My birthday was like in the middle of this event. So at that time, I'd learned that whilst I was out, like at the park, drunk with my mates, doing what drunk people do. At that time, he had a right go at his girlfriend, like saying like, "Oh, I've had 3 babies already. You're gonna lose another one." Blah 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 blah. And when we get back, I didn't find out about this until like a few days after, and it's real. And apparently, he had like drugs and stuff. And then my mum decides she's had enough, so she calls the parents of this girl. They come over, all hell breaks loose. So the two people leave, their parents leave, and those two come back, and this guy's essentially like, tell your mum to watch her back. And at that moment, that is the single most angriest I have ever been, because I'm fine when people come at me, yeah. I'm fine when people come at me, but the fact that this person stood on like our doorstep, we gave him food, I gave him socks, like like we offered him a place to stay because he didn't have anywhere else, and he wasn't even like friends with my sister or anyone. He just happened to be like boyfriend. And then like the moment things don't get his way, he's threatening violence, and that's just it's disgusting behaviour from anyone, and B, fuck you, man. No, and then he's got the gall to say, I want 20 quid. I want 20 quid, and I'm gonna punch you in the face. And my dad's stupid enough to go, here's the 20 quid. And then the next day, they're like, oh, get us 120 or the boys will come around. What? 120 for what? Oh, 'cause food. Food that we bought. Food that we bought, that you ate. If anyone owes us money, it's you. If anyone owes anyone money, it's you that owes us money. Not the other way around. And you don't see us going, hey, I want my socks back or I'll send the boys round. What we eventually got to the point where we called the police, because, you know, threatening all this kind of stuff, using language that I'm not going to repeat, but yeah, essentially we called the police, and they were like, we can't do anything unless they're actually at your house. What? Where's the logic and reason in that? We can show you the screenshots of the conversation that we had, that was a bit more like, give us 120 quid or we'll kill you, and then we can sort our discourse, and whether you say, right, there's enough substantial evidence to actually go against these people, or it doesn't look like you're in any immediate danger. They haven't done anything for several months. They haven't done anything for several weeks. They're probably not going to do anything. So, what's going to happen? It's kind of a problem with the whole police, especially in my area. It's like they can't actually do anything unless your life is in immediate danger. If your life is not in immediate danger, if it's only threats, they can't do anything. You can't do anything if someone's threatening violence. You can only do something if someone's actually bashing your head in with a bat. And at that point, when someone's actually at your house, it takes about an hour, half an hour to an hour, for the police to get here from like the town centre. So at that point, they'd already bashed your skull in and you're all dead. Do you see the problem there? Like, and as much as I'm saying this with a smile on my face now, at the time, it was fucking terrifying. It's a fucking terrifying thing to go through, ordeal to go through. When you're being told, oh, if you go outside, you're gonna get beaten up, and you got stabbed. We own guns, and at the time, you actually believe it, because it's not like four months later and nothing's happened, and you realise that they're all mouth, and nothing's going to come of it. But at the time, it's like, I may actually lose my life. Wow, I look at life very differently now, and I actually cannot sleep, and I may have low-level PTSD from this. And I still do, to a point, but not as much to say, like, it's actually debilitating and I need to go see a therapist or doctor about it. I probably do need to see a therapist about other stuff, because my mental health is terrible, and that didn't help. But yeah, that whole situation was very sucky, and it's horrid to know that people like that exist, that people can like be sweetness and promise you all this stuff at one moment, and then the next moment, as soon as stuff doesn't get their way, they're just all threats and hiding behind the face of Facebook. It sucks. It's a sucky thing, but life happens, we move on. For the last 4 years, my family's been trying to move house, and this year, because I've turned 18, my sister's 20, we're both legally adults, and because I have no actual disabilities apart from dyslexia, which apparently isn't enough, which I understand, because of that fact, we now cannot be put on we now have been taken off the plan that we've been put on for 4 years. 4 years. I was in school at the point when we started planning to move. I was 16, summer, on NCS, saying we're planning a move soon, we're packing now, we're going to be gone, and I'm stressing about it. And then 4 years later, still stressing about it, we've still got stuff packed, but we're still in the same house. That's why at the start of this channel I had a wall behind me, and now I've got a wall behind me there, but it's the other side, because that wall is gone. And yeah, that's a really sucky situation to be in, because we've been ready to move for 4 years, and now we've been told, because I'm 18 and not severely disabled, we can't move, or we can't move on the original plan, so we have to start from scratch again, which really does suck. So essentially, we either need to build an extension onto our house, which we need permission from our council to do, or we go onto a like house swapping website, or we plan a house swap through Facebook or something, which is very dodgy, because like you could either like plan a house swap and it not fall through, or you could get through all the rigmarole of like spending all this money to like refurbish a house and to make it like available, or like to make it house swap ready, and then they pull out, which is something that has happened in the course of the 4 years that we've been planning this. So yeah, that's not an ideal situation to be in. But yeah, we've kind of all come to the realization that we're probably going to need to stay here, and that it will probably be me that has to get a either a smaller bedroom, or we're going to convert our attic, our loft, into a bedroom. We can either like slice it in half. Half of it will be storage for everyone, and half of it will be a bedroom. But right now, we are kind of floating in like kind of we don't know what to do territory. That's really everything that's happened this year. That's kind of the brunt of what's actually going on. That's why this year has been like terrible for me. There's been a lot of good stuff that's happened this year as well. Avengers Endgame came out. A lot of the good stuff that has happened this year has been like stuff to do with entertainment, stuff to do with the things that I like. Then nothing good that's happened this year has been anything personal to me. Well, and the fact that I started making money this year, I started actually being able to buy stuff with my own money. That's something, I guess, at least. This channel has been absolutely amazing. In all honesty, this channel is the thing that's keeping me going, because my mental health is down here at the moment, and if I didn't have this channel, it wouldn't be like, it would be down to like here where you can't see it. So yeah, this year's been sucky. Hopefully next year isn't. I won't hold out any hope, but I feel like if I go into next year with very low expectations, then I can't be disappointed. Unless if I actually die next year, which, you know, I could walk out and get hit by a bus. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you never know. Yeah. That's been the first episode of Lunch with Luke. I know I call it Lunch with Luke, and yes, I am stealing this whole like topic from Tom Stockdale, who has a Tea with Tom thing. I feel like this is kind of more my style, but yeah, I just thank you for supporting this channel through everything that it's been through in the last 2 years, everything that I've been through in the last 2 years, because it's not been easy. I've gone through several laptops, I've gone through like several cameras. I was filming on my phone at one point. That was probably like, there was a point where every video that I made was completely out of sync, or my voice didn't go with what was actually where my lips were not going with my actual voice, and still people were watching my content. Unbelievable, really. This is honestly something that most people dream about, and I'm actually doing it, and it's incredible. So thank you for a stellar, amazing 2019 on YouTube. Hopefully we have an amazing 2020. Hopefully my actual personal life isn't as sucky as it was this year, but who knows. 2020 has been the worst year of my life, but I guess in some ways it's also been the best year of my life. I'll see you guys in my next video. Be sure to check out my Twitch, be sure to check out my Patreon, be sure to check out my Twitter, be sure to check out my Instagram, be sure to check out everything, because, you know, the content's there. You know, just go view it. See you guys in the next video.